Today, folks, let's have a look at the letter O and N together in French and see what it sounds like. Okay, so O and N, or should I say O et N, okay, makes the sound on. Can you say that? On. Très bien. This is what we call the nasal O, a sound that does not exist in English, okay? So you've got to practice it because it's not a natural sound to you, English speaker. And if you're not an English speaker, it's probably maybe a natural sound. I don't know. Okay, so let's have a look at this sound. On. Can you say that? On. Très bien. Now, if I give you a few examples, such as bon, which is good. Bon. Très bien. Now, note that if you add an N and an E to bon, it becomes bonne, and the sound changes completely. So, bon is used in this context, okay, followed by a consonant, okay, not an E sound at the end as an E sound, okay. So, bon, can you say that? Très bien. Another word, monde. Monde, okay, monde. Son, S-O-N, which means sound and his or her. Son. Très bien. How do you pronounce this one? This one is quite hard. It has a O-I letters, okay? So together O-I makes wa. And you can refer back to my video on the wa sound if you're not sure. So it goes P, wa, Z, on. Poison. Can you say that? Poison. Okay, not poison. I know you've got this word in English. Poison. Okay? Another sound. Oncle. Oncle. Okay, that's an uncle. Oncle. Très bien. And bonbon. Bonbon. It's a sweet. Okay? Bonbon. And obviously, the word that French people like saying is non. Non. Okay, N-O-N. Non. Okay, can you hear this sound? Okay, it's quite nasal. Non. It comes from the nose. No. No. Can you do that? No. Does it sound no nasal to you? No. Okay, non. Okay, so we've got O-N together makes the sound non. Now, let's try to read this sentence together. Okay, are we ready? Here we go. Mon garçon conduit un long camion marron sur le pont. Okay, if you refer back to my video on sounds that you do not pronounce at the end of a word, you will notice that we do not pronounce the G for long or the T for pont. Okay, so be very careful with this, okay? Let's have a look at this again. Mon garçon conduit un long camion marron sur le pont. Okay, that's a silly sentence. My boy drives a long brown truck on the bridge. Yeah, well, I had to find an example, didn't I? That's for my defense. Okay, so we know that O-N together makes the sound on. Well, guess what? O-M together, if the M follows by the is followed by a B or a P, still makes the sound on. Makes the sound on as well, okay? Such as ombre, which is a shade. Ombre. Okay, bombe, it's a bomb. Bomb, 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 bombe. Okay, and plomb, plomb, it's lead. Okay, plomb. Okay, so if I was to use that in a sentence, you could say le pompier ne comprend pas. The fireman does not understand. Le pompier ne comprend pas. Okay, so if the O-M is followed by B-P, you have to have an M. It makes the sound on. Except for bonbon. You will notice that bonbon is spelled B-O-N, B-O-N. It's like saying good, good. bon, bon, okay? And you've got another word like that, actually, that gives you a good example of when to use OM and ON. Is the word pompon. So POM, PON, but the sound remains the same. So pompon. What's a pompon? A pompon is a little pompon? Pompon? I've got one here. Hold on. The pompon. Okay, that's a pompon. Okay? Le pompon. Okay, so remember, ON together makes the sound on. Can you say that? Bravo. Okay? Perfect. Parfait. Now that's it for the sound on ON and OM. Okay? Keep practicing. Find something to read in French and try to practice the sounds. Okay? Remember that I post videos on everything and sounds, so refer back to them if you need. That's it for me. Why don't you subscribe to Learn French with Alexa? Ok? Au revoir. À bientôt. Bisous, bisous. R. 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 Can you feel it? You've got no choice but to say R. Yeah? Route. Et puis la dernière pour moi aussi. Ouais. Donc si tu veux m'aimer, appelle.